Hi, I'm Jennifer Cohn. I'm an election integrity advocate and writer, and I'm here today with Margot and Kennedy Mattis of the Poll Hero Project. Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thanks. Thanks so much for agreeing to talk to me and for all of the work that you're doing. So, first of all, which one of you is Margot and which one of you is Kennedy?
So I'm Margot, and I'm her older sister, Kennedy.
Okay, terrific. And you started a project called the Poll Hero Project. I was hoping that you guys could tell me about it.
Absolutely, yes. So around in the month of July, a group of Princeton students and I co-founded, and also a University of Chicago Booth School of Business graduate, founded the Poll Hero Project. And our intention behind founding it was to recruit young people to become poll workers, just because we kept reading about all of the poll worker shortages as a result of COVID and the older people who usually are poll workers not being able to work just because they're considered higher risk.
That's terrific. That's amazing that you did that. So how did you hook up with these people from the other schools? You're at Princeton, right?
I'm at Princeton. So kind of ironically, in the beginning of the summer, I was doing an internship with Avi, who's the University of Chicago graduate, and then Kai Surumaki, Ryan Schwieger, and Eric Perriman, who are also Princeton undergrads. And we were actually working on voting by mail efforts. And our goal there was trying to convince some senators to support the bills that allocated federal funds for voting by mail. And June was kind of the deadline set for when states could realistically take the funds and spend them. And when we got down to that point, we still wanted to help out with election efforts, but we didn't know what. And so we had established some relationships with election officials and kept reading about the poll worker shortages, which is how we kind of decided that this is where we needed to focus. And it was kind of within our resources, we knew we could. And we just started to expand it. So we recruited some of our other Princeton friends. Avi's from Denver, so he's family friends with some Denver East high school students, and we kind of brought them on, and now we've just been expanding, which is super exciting. We're now at like 50 members, but that's kind of how we started.
Oh, that's terrific. And so that's 50 members where you are actually recruiting poll workers. How many poll workers have you recruited so far?
So we actually just hit the 5,000 milestones.
Whoa!
This morning, yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Amazing. Wow. So yeah, we're all people, we're older like me are always saying, we want to get young people activated and involved. And I was just really happy to come across your profile on Twitter and see that you guys you are doing that, because traditionally young people have maybe not been as involved in the political process. And so it's just really good to see you guys doing this, and I really want to do whatever I can to support your efforts.
Thank you.
Yes. So are you doing it, are there particular states that you're focusing on, or is this a nationwide effort?
So originally when we started, we focused in cities where we kind of read about the shortages in poll workers, and also where we were talking with the election officials. So our first city was Philadelphia. Avi was in communication with some of the officials who said that during the primary, they needed 8,500 poll workers, but were only able to recruit 2,500.
Wow.
And because of that 6,000, the deficit of 6,000, we decided to focus in Philadelphia. Our next city was Milwaukee, just because of we kind of saw like the closure of 175 of 180 polling stations.
Oh my gosh.
And now we've added 4 more cities. So we're in Phoenix, Miami, Cleveland, and Detroit as well.
Wow. And so when you focus on a state, what does that entail? Is it mostly a social media directed effort, or is it they're on the ground as well?
Yeah, so our outreach is split up into 2 different sectors, I guess. We are focusing on high school students in college. So the outreach for those 2 different groups looks slightly different. So for high school students, we're trying to identify like the student leaders in certain areas where they've either led some sort of movement or rally, and then we will connect with them, and then they'll kind of spread it out amongst their other amongst their network to recruit their friends who are also politically engaged. And then with colleges, we focused on, because Ryan Schwieger is on the basketball team, and Ella Gantman, who was also one of the first members we brought onto our team, is on the women's soccer team. They're both play for Princeton. And so for college, our outreach has been targeted like at sports teams as well as political organizations on different campuses.
Wow.
And then I was just going to add that from the Twitter perspective, I also do a lot of research, and then other people are outreach with political figures, influencers, reporters, people who can help get our work, our message out on a bigger scale. We were able to get a little segment on Snapchat, Stay Tuned with NBC, and we had our biggest day, 906 signups right after that came out. So that social media sharing has been crucial for us.
That's terrific. Yeah, your Twitter account is great, and that's actually how I first came across you. So, yes, if people want to find you to either sign up as poll workers or to join, and are you still recruiting members to help with the recruiting?
Absolutely. Yeah. So on our website, if students want to volunteer with us, they go to pollhero.org, and at the bottom of the page, there's a volunteer sign up.
Okay.
And then also on the website, there's there's buttons everywhere to sign up to be a poll worker. So if they go to pollhero.org, they can also sign up there.
Okay, great. And then you have a Twitter account. What is your Twitter handle?
It's at Poll Hero Project. We also have Instagram, Facebook, and now we're also on TikTok. So.
Oh, great. Is the handle the same on all of them?
Yes.
At Poll Hero Project? Okay, terrific. Is there anything else that you would like to message while I have you here on camera?
Yep. So one of the things that I've been in communication with some of the students signing up, and obviously there is a risk associated with being a poll worker.
Yes.
And we by no means want to pressure someone into being a poll worker if they don't feel comfortable or if their polling location isn't taking the proper safety precautions. In which case, please don't sign up if you don't feel safe. But there are still ways you can help out, and that is through spreading the message, and that can just involve putting it on your Instagram story. Because if you put it up and you have 200 followers, maybe 3 will see it and want to become poll workers. So just because you yourself aren't able to become a poll worker, you still can get involved by passing on the message that we need young people to step up if they are able to.
Terrific. And I assume, obviously, you're going to be advocating that poll workers wear masks, and hopefully voters will also wear masks. What about face shields? Is that something that you've heard election officials mention? I wish they would.
I know. This is kind of something that varies by county. Our efforts aren't focused on working with the election officials to ensure that they provide personal protection equipment, but we do on our website. We have a link, I believe it's under safety. And once you click that, it kind of lists different questions to ask your election officials to see if, for example, they provide face shields or what are their social distancing protocols, that type of stuff, so that you can ask once you start to communicate with them.
Okay, great. It sounds like you guys have all of the bases covered. Well, thank you so much again for all of your efforts, and I really appreciate everything you're doing, and I'll look forward to following your progress. Let me know as you hit these milestones, and I can help amplify that for you. So when you know.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much. It was great talking to you guys.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.